Raes. Welcome back to the channel. It's Ray. If you're new here, welcome. Today we are going to be doing a Q&A with AJ. You guys sent in some questions and he's going to answer them today. And while he answers the questions, we're just going to have some lunch. So he went and picked us up some Jamaican food from the Blue Lagoon here in Indiana. So yeah, you want to tell them what you got, AJ?
I ain't never had it, but it's like chicken Alfredo with jerk chicken on it. So
and then you got a that bread is called,
I think there's a breadstick.
it's we call them breadsticks, but it's like cornbread. It's their festival. It's called Festival. And then I got oxtail soup. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So I got oxtail stew actually with some mixed vegetables. So yeah, we're gonna see how it tastes. I have had a different Jamaican restaurant here and had their oxtails and it was really good. So we're gonna see how these turn out. But anyway, before we get started, let me go ahead and pull you guys' questions up. And we're gonna say our grace before we get started. Okay, so I was trying to decide if I wanted to say you guys' names, but I think what I'm gonna do is just put your names across the screen once I edit, so you know that that's your question, and I'm just gonna ask him the question. So hopefully you'll recognize your question when it comes up, because not everyone has a name on their handle. Some of them are just numbers and stuff like that. So that's why I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on the screen. So it looks like you like yours. He done tore into his. Okay, cool. AJ, you ready for the first question? First question is, have you had time to work on new music?
Yes. I've been up since break. I made a lot of music at school, but since I've been back this week, I've been up. Well, I've been gone I was gone last night, but like Monday, Tuesday, I was up till like 4 in the morning making music. I got a lot of songs in the vault that ain't dropped yet, like a lot.
Okay, a lot of songs in the vault that hasn't dropped yet. So you've been up, you said, until 4 a.m. last night making music?
Not last night, but like Tuesday, I think.
Tuesday?
I was up at like 4:30.
Okay, so just to elaborate on that, what type of music are you making?
Different stuff. So my birthday I dropped a few songs and they was like a different type of, I had like some hyper bop on there. I had a bunch of different stuff on there. So
hyper bop?
Yeah, like the For Granny song is like hyper bop. That's considered hyper bop.
Explain to them what hyper bop is.
It's hard to explain, but it's like the beat, it'll be like cool and then it'll like the beat just go crazy. Like it ain't like a normal beat. Like the beat will like, I don't know how to explain it. So if you guys go listen to a song I have called For Granted, you get what I'm saying. It like the beat gets like wild, like real, yeah.
Kind of like
not rock star, but like
just. Oh, okay.
No. But then
is
after
it like
that,
alternative
no,
rap?
it's more. It's more hype, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But then
real up tempo.
Yeah. So then after that, I dropped like a party song, like for parties. And a lot of people at my college like that, cause you know, college life, whatever. So. Then after that, my last drop was like a love song. I dropped that like 3 days ago.
Okay.
A lot of people been liking that, so I don't know if I want to drop, cause my next drop is gonna be the first drop of 2023. So I'm still trying to figure out if I got a party song that a lot of people been wanting, but then I got this other song that I made that's like, it's like if y'all know who Lil Baby is, it's more on that type of deal. Or another love song. I don't know which one I should drop yet, but I made all different types, so I could drop whichever one.
Okay. And since we're talking about your music, you can tell them where they can find it. I've been trying to get him to get me a playlist so I can just put the playlist in my description box for you guys, but he hasn't done that yet, so y'all get on him about that. Where can they find your music?
Everywhere really, so I got music on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Pandora, whatever. Like, that's my Spotify. You see the purple.
It's called, I don't know if y'all saw that or not. It's called Itsavery.
But it's capital I-T-S.
I'll put it in the description. Yeah, I'll put it in the description box.
It's on YouTube. It's everywhere.
But tell them about your music versus your featured people that's featured, so they know.
I don't cuss in my music, so if you listen to a song that's just me, you won't have no cussing in it. But sometimes when I do like features or something, like if I get on somebody else's song or they hop on my song, sometimes they cuss. So she likes to differentiate.
They do more than cuss. Some of that stuff y'all might not want to hear. Okay. So the next question, AJ, is what do you think about the transfer portal?
I mean, it's kind of like high school here, really. In Indiana, a lot of kids would change schools for sports, go here and follow this coach here, do this and that. So it's really the same thing. If you at a school and you're not playing and you feel like you should be playing, and probably, you can join it, but sometimes I feel like it's getting abused a little bit. People just leaving to leave, or just going places just to go places, just to enter. A lot of people getting lost in the portal too, but there's a whole lot of people in there right now. Some people leave the school, enter the portal, and never get picked up. So just be smart if you join it.
So why is it called portal? So you said they leave the school, enter the portal, like they're going, like it's a holding place or something, and then they never get picked up.
It's like you go into the portal, and then coaches.
So is the portal like, okay, say you left Marion and went to Ball State or something like that.
I'd have to enter the portal first. So like I get released from Marion, which means my scholarship would be canceled, all that.
Oh, okay.
Then I enter the portal.
So it is like a holding place or whatever. You can't even go to another school yet?
Until they give me an offer. So I'll be in the portal waiting for offers from other schools.
But what about if you just went to another school and then just tried to get on their football team once you got into the new school?
That'd be walk-on.
Oh, okay.
People don't really enter the portal to walk on. If you do that, you'll just go there.
Oh, okay. So you have to wait for a school to pick you up and give you an offer, and then you can decide to go there. Okay.
It's like being in high school again. Recruiting wise.
So you're taking your chances doing that, but you're saying some people abuse it. Okay. Okay, AJ. Someone asked, have you joined any clubs, and are you doing any community service?
No, not really. Not since I've been there, but I've been busy with football, so the off season, when I go back, I'll have more free time, so I might be able to join something or start something up. I'll go back. But first semester I had football and stuff. So I didn't have a whole lot of time to do a lot of extra stuff like that.
Okay. It's always good to have clubs and community service on your resume. Okay. Oh, here's one. Someone asked, what do you think about your mom's profession? I'd like to know this. Act like I'm not here.
I mean, if she's happy, I'm happy. I mean, if she enjoys what she's doing, then it's cool. I mean, she likes hair, so yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Are you embarrassed by it at all?
No.
Even when your friends, if your friends ask you what I do, what do you say?
I said she do YouTube. Everybody think it's cool.
Okay.
I tell girls you do YouTube, they love that. I show them your YouTube and stuff.
Okay. Were you shocked when I started doing YouTube?
I don't even remember what I was when you started doing YouTube. I don't even remember. I don't think I was shocked though.
Okay. Okay. So here's a question from a high school student. She asks, how do you stay motivated? She says she's in her last year of high school at the moment, and motivation hasn't been the same since COVID started. It threw everyone off, sadly. It said, did it affect you? Did COVID affect your motivation with school and sports? So let's start off with, how do you stay motivated? Or let's start off with the second question. Did COVID affect your motivation? Did COVID affect your motivation with school and sports?
Not really. Honestly, well, the year that we had COVID in like sports.
Remember the first time you were here?
My junior year was when COVID was like big. Like you'd play a basketball game and like barely anybody could be in the crowd. So like that was the first year I played football. So I wasn't really more focused on the COVID deal. I was more focused on like trying to figure out football and track and stuff like that. So I was trying to not think about COVID, I guess, and try to act like everything was normal. I guess that's how I stayed motivated.
But remember when it first hit, remember they closed schools. You were doing school here. You really wasn't doing a whole lot of sports and stuff. You were doing your school online and all that.
Well, I didn't really, I liked it because I could do my work in my room, lay down. Now sometimes you ain't feel like doing it, but I was lucky. I had like 2 classes, so I'd be done by 11:30. I'd leave and do whatever, go to the gym or whatever, and then go to practice. So it wasn't really, to me personally, it wasn't that bad, but I did hear a lot of people saying like they were motivated. So like, I don't know, just set like goals, I guess, maybe. Like,
you said set goals?
Yeah, maybe.
You told her to set some goals?
Or something like, cause my school had like, if you got over a certain, like if you got like a C in a class during that, they automatically just give you an A. So I guess that was kind of motivation, I guess. So like, I'd be like, all right, all I gotta do is get a C. If I get a C, I get an A+. So, I mean, I guess that was,
strive for an A.
I guess that was motivation. But then another motivation, I guess, was looking forward to the next year, because I knew next year would be normal, which my senior year was probably my most fun year of high school. I had a lot of fun senior year.
Okay, so it's her senior year. So what did you what did you do to make it fun? Because COVID was still going on a little bit.
Well, my school is big school spirit school. So, like, we a small town, but we like get big crowds, I guess. So like our games would be like packed seating, all that, for the most part, almost every game. So after COVID, having no fans to coming out, running out on the football field, and there ain't no seats, there are people lining the gate, stuff like that. And we have a pretty big stadium. That was kind of motivation, like, oh yeah, and this and that. And then like colleges and stuff like that. A lot of college is gonna be motivation too. Like if you start applying for colleges and then you get accepted and stuff like that, that'll give you motivation. I remember when I first started getting recruited for football and colleges texted me and I was like, oh man, oh yeah. And then that kind of motivated me to keep going. Stuff like that.
That's
and then
good.
Just going to school, people like, oh yeah, I saw the game last night. Like them actually being able to come, then you out there and they yelling and stuff like that. So that was really, and then school was fun. My senior year, I had ice, which I don't know if you have that where you are. It's like we can leave school early. So like I go to school.
To work. You leave school for work, right?
Yeah, work. I go to school till like 11:30. And then like I'd go DoorDash or something like go get some food or something like that, and then go back to practice and stuff. So it was really easy. Like my senior year, I have like weights and then like an online class, and I just sit in my counselor's office and do that. And my counselor, me and him was real cool. So
it sounds like you're saying that sports helped you to stay motivated. So. Or something like that. So if she maybe, just kind of find that in sports, or if you're not a sports person,
apply for colleges. And then when if you start hearing back from colleges, that'll motivate you.
Yeah, if you plan on going to college, start applying to colleges, and that'll kind of motivate you. Or maybe, like the other person said on here, get in some clubs if you can, or something like that. So something that will focus your mind on something else besides
COVID.
Yeah. Well, I wish you the best in that, because I know when you're not motivated, it's hard. Okay. So here's a question. It says, what is your experience like sharing a room with a stranger, and do you guys get along?
Okay, so when I first got there, we had like, when you play college football, there's a thing called fall camp, which is like, so you move into college early, so everybody else will go to college like August 20th or something like that. We move in like August 1st or something like that. Like we move in like way before everybody else. Sometimes sooner than that. And it's like football all day, every day for 2 weeks straight. Like I didn't even know what day of the week it was during that time. Like you wake up at 6:30 every day. No, I take that back. You getting up before 6:30. You got to be in the lunchroom or the cafe. They call it cafe. You got to be in there at like 6:30 eating. And you doing, after that, you got meetings and football practice like till 10:30 at night every day. Sunday included. You don't get no breaks.
And that's why I couldn't talk to him, and I was having a hard time when he first left.
Like you be tired and stuff like that. And then that first, like, you ain't had no time to do nothing fun. So like, I didn't really know that many people there. I knew 2 of my teammates that came with me, we came together to Marion, but they was on offense. And during camp, offense and defense is like, almost like rivals. So I was never with them, they was never with me. If we did see each other, we was always going against each other and battle heads. So my roommate, I'd see him at the end of the day, that was it.
Because
like,
he was on offense,
yeah,
and
he
was on defense, so they didn't even really get to see each other. Okay.
Like I'd come in the room at like 10:30, dead tired. He'd be laying down already probably. or he'd come in too, and we'd probably say a few words, like we talk about like how the day went, and then after that we would sleep. And then later on, I ended up just going to my friends from high school that was there. I ended up hanging out with them a lot. And then my roommate had a girlfriend, so she'd come over. So then I just leave the room, and then.
So basically, it sounds like
I wasn't in there a whole lot.
Yeah.
So, but we was cool though. We got along and stuff. Like I'd be in there, but I wasn't in there a whole lot. Like a lot of times, roommates would become like best friends. We ain't become the best of friends, but I mean we friends and stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah.
She said she was asking because her daughter went off to college and her roommate, I guess they didn't get along. She ended up wanting to leave college. So, are you able to? I guess it depends on your personality too, because you're kind of.
Yeah, our personalities weren't the same either. Like.
You're outgoing and. No, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about it as opposed to her daughter. I don't know how her daughter is, but I'm thinking. You're outgoing. You really meet no strangers. You pretty much can talk to anybody and stuff like that. So if your daughter is a little bit more like me, introverted, more to themselves and stuff like that, I can see how it would be a little bit harder for her. But I don't know. She didn't say that was what her daughter was, but I'm just saying if that's the case. So, well, what do you guys say?
I was gonna say me and him, like. I ain't gonna sound wild, but I'm more wild than he was. Like, if it's like he's perfectly fine with coming in the house or the dorm at like 6, 7 o'clock after dinner and not leaving. I can't do that.
That would be me. That would be me.
I can't do that. I can't do that here. She could ask her. I can't do that here. I can't come back unless it's at least 10 o'clock, maybe 11. I don't know. I gotta find something to do. I don't know. I can't just sit around and just, I don't know. I gotta be out doing something. Finding something.
Something good to do.
Yeah.
You're not getting into trouble.
Yeah. I gotta find something to do. Gotta hang out with some people or something.
Okay.
It wasn't like that. So that's another reason why I wasn't in there a lot. Because I'd be out hanging out with people or something.
Okay, so another question was, did he get a scholarship for school? And so basically she wants to know, did you get a scholarship for school? And did you promote yourself to get seen by coaches? She said her son is in senior year of school, who is also an athlete, and she wants to give him some tips. She said, congratulations to you. So basically, did you promote yourself to be seen by coaches, and did you get a scholarship for school?
Yeah, so I got a football scholarship from Marion to play football there. I didn't get academic, I just got a football scholarship. So with the second part, yes, you have to promote yourself. Unless you like a 5-star recruit going to get recruited by like Alabama and stuff, you gotta put your name out there a little bit.
Explain what a 5-star recruit is. Some people may not know.
Tens of thousands of players in the country. There's rankings, just like there's rankings in anything else. So if you like the best player in the whole country, or like top 20, you're like a 5-star recruit. And then there's 4, 3. So unless you like a 5-star, 4-star, you have to put your name out there. Like unless you like 6'7", 300 pounds, just throwing people around, you're gonna have to try to put your name out there a little bit. Post some highlight film, at coaches when you post it. Find pages, like in Indiana, we got this page called Indiana Preps. They help me out a lot. Like I post some highlights at them, they repost it, and like college coaches follow them, and then they see it that way. Then my high school coach, your high school coach should put your name out there some too. But some schools will come to our high school and talk to me and stuff. Like I get passes out of class to go talk to college coaches and stuff like that during the school day.
So you said we have something here called Indiana Prep.
It's like a Twitter page.
Okay, so that's what they need to know, because they'll be like, "What are you talking about?" So in your state, if there's a Twitter page for sports, how did you find Indiana Prep?
They found me.
They found you?
So
Okay.
like,
So
you
maybe,
gotta make a Twitter. If you like playing football or basketball, make a Twitter account and then just start following a whole bunch of college coaches, and then find whatever sports page it is in your city or whatever. Follow them, DM them on Twitter, send them your highlights, try to get them to repost it, and then like you gotta text a bunch of coaches. Like a lot of them not gonna respond. But just text, your Twitter inbox should be just coach. And then after a while, if you're performing on the field, this and that, go to camps too. I went to a lot of camps over summer.
Yeah, football camps, basketball camps, depending on, did she say it was football or basketball?
So I posted, so my junior year, I posted highlights. And that was my first season playing. And after that, my my high school coach was in like the weight room on the phone with like colleges, and he was like, "Yeah, you getting interest for football?" I'm like, "What?" And then after that, he was like, he told me like make a Twitter, this and that. So I did that, made a highlight tape, this and that, and then sent it out to everybody. DM'd it to coaches. They DM back. Then they invite you to camps. When you go to camps, so like I got invited to Ball State's camp.
Hold on, before you do that, let me just clarify something. Okay, so she just said her son's athlete, so we don't know if it's football, basketball, tennis, soccer, whatever. So you're saying that the tennis people, they do stuff on Twitter as well? Yeah. They put every sport puts their stuff out on Twitter?
For football and basketball, I know.
Okay.
And for the most part, every sport's on Twitter.
And those sports have camps too?
I think.
Soccer camps and tennis camps and all that. So just look for some camps. Okay.
That's what I did. I'm saying what I did.
I know. I'm just clarifying for them, because there may be some people who want this question and may not. I'm just letting them know that, yeah, look for camps, whatever the sport is that your child is doing, athlete is doing. Okay, go ahead.
When you go to camp, like I got invited to like the Ball State camp. I went there. It's not just Ball State that's gonna be at that camp. Like Marion was at that. That's when Marion first saw me, was at that camp. I went there. I did good. Ball State coaches like me. Marion's coaches. There was other colleges there. And then I went to like a mega camp, which was like, there were like 400 coaches there from different colleges. So just stuff like that. Get your name out there. And then also on Twitter, if one coach follows you, it sends a notification out on Twitter saying this and that. Coach Billy Bob followed Avery Williams. Do you want to follow him also? And then that'll pop up on another coach's phone. And then who's this kid? He'll click on it, watch your highlights. Oh, let me follow him too. Because it's like a game, a business. Who can get the best, whatever. So, yeah. You really got to treat coaches like girls. You got to slide in their DM and promote yourself, for real. You can't always come to you. I'm serious.
You did not just say that. Oh my gosh.
I'm real.
Slide in their DMs. Okay.
Whatever coach likes you the best. If you make a coach like you, he'll offer you. Just like if you make a girl like you.
On to the next question. So, someone asked, how is your freshman year thus far? And do you plan on playing any other sports besides football? And do you plan on joining any fraternities? And then they said they're proud of you, AJ.
Appreciate it. So far,
so
it's going pretty good so far. At Marion, I can't really play any other sport. I asked my coach if I could walk on the basketball team, because I know the basketball coach, but he said no, not this year. So I don't know. But we got like a little football team, basketball league about to start up. So I ain't really tripping. But yeah, really only play football. Right now, I don't plan on joining any fraternities as of right now. Otherwise, freshman year we're going pretty good. Learning the swing of things. It's pretty fun.
What's the most challenge you've had so far?
Time management and like doing stuff on your own. Like high school teachers will tell you got an assignment. College, they might not always tell you that. You just come the next day and somebody in your class be like, you do this, and you be like, did what? You're like, it was on campus, and you tell us about it. And stuff like that, so that's about it.
So basically just, yeah, being responsible for your classes and what's due and stuff like that. Managing your time and organization. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of similar. It says, what is it like balancing your athletic schedule with your academic schedule? And have you decided on a major?
Marrying kind of makes it easy. So like when you go to your counselor most of the time knows you're on the football team. So like when I went in to make my schedule, he knew I was on the football team or was going to be coming in, on the football team. So he basically, I'm not allowed to have class after 2 o'clock. So like I'll go, well, that's during the season, like during the first semester. So like I had class from like, I think I had class from 10 to 11 and then like 11 to 12. And then the rest of my schedule said football, like on there. So it kind of balanced it out. So like I didn't really have trying to leave class, hurry up, run to practice. Like I had time for stuff like that. And then we got like study tables and stuff. So it didn't really interfere. I mean, you ain't have time to like go out and do other stuff. Like I couldn't go get a job or nothing like that, but like I wasn't stressed out over, oh, I got football in. Like it was a cool balance.
And she said, have you decided on a major?
Right now my major is sports performance with a minor in business. But I haven't really taken any sports performance classes yet. So we'll see if that sticks.
Okay. And someone asked, I think this might be the last question. Did I skip any? Did I get all the questions? This is the last question. It said, AJ, how smooth was your transition to college life, and do you miss being home?
It was like different stages, I guess. So like when I first moved there, like the first day, it was fun because like I ain't had no parents no more, for real. I mean I did, but like I could do what I wanted, I guess. So it was like, oh yeah, I'm free. And then it was camp, so I really wasn't free. I thought I was free, but I had camp, so I was tired every day. I wasn't even doing nothing. And then during camp, I didn't really know that many people. Like I said, I wasn't with my friends that I knew from high school because they was on offense. So I didn't really like camp at all. I tired. I just started playing football, so like so a lot of people, like the way in my high school, they used to joke with us too about this. Like we played with some team and our coach put in the newspaper, they play a JV defense. Because our coach literally would blitz everybody, which if you don't know what that is, like basically sitting everybody at the quarterback, and then I'd be guarding my man at the receiver one-on-one. So in college, they don't do that. I mean, they do, but like not all the time. There's different things, like different types of plays, like cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, which I knew what they were, but I didn't like in depth really know. And there's different ways to play them and stuff like that. So when I got there, I had to learn all of that. And I was like, okay. So then just adjusting all that all in one, I was like, it was tough for that 2 weeks. And then school started and it kind of died down a little bit after camp. And then but I did miss home then. I liked the freedom, but I didn't know nobody. So I wanted to come back to this area where I knew people, where I could go to the store and see somebody I know.
Oh, so you miss the stores and the people out there, not actual home.
I was talking to y'all every day. I wasn't.
You didn't talk to us every day. That's why I was missing.
They would
He wasn't
text me.
my husband was texting you every day. I wasn't.
Yeah, but like just being in an area I was used to, I guess. But then after a little while, start meeting people, knowing people, start going to parties and stuff. And now it's like, now it's cool. Like it's more. I don't feel like, I felt like not alone, but like I'm just in a strange place, not knowing nobody. Kind of alone. I had like 2 other friends, but they was feeling the same way. But now it's like we know everybody now, so not everybody, of course, but like we know a good amount of people. And then a lot of people on campus listen to my music now after like some parties and stuff like that. So that's cool now. Like I'll go in the cafe, people be like, "Hey, when you dropping a new song?" and stuff like that. So that's all it is. That's cool. I'm starting to get better now.
Okay. All right. Well. That was the last question, so it wasn't as many as I thought it was. I think it was only 10. I thought it was more than that. It was like 10 questions, but yeah, guys, so if you're watching this and you wanted to ask AJ a question and you didn't get a chance to, feel free to drop some other questions down in the comments section, and maybe we can do a part 2 on this. I don't know when, because he'll be going back to school soon, but you know, maybe after his 2nd semester, maybe we can do a part 2 or whatever. But yeah, so that is it for this Q&A. And I thought I'd get more questions. Y'all ain't asked me nothing. What about Mama? What about how I felt about him going off to college? Feel free to drop that type of stuff in the comment section as well. And that is it. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.